Hello friends, welcome to this YouTube video program. Friends, today we'll discuss about three concepts that we use in education as a student of education, as a teacher of education, as a practitioner of education, as a researcher of education. Quite often we we use these words, these terms like equality, equity, and quality. So whether the concept of equality and equity and quality is same, or whether the connotation of these three words, the concept of these three words, the applicability of these three words are different, we will discuss. And how equality and equity is also related with each other, whether equality helps for equity or equity helps to achieve equality, that also will further discuss. Then we will also discuss that why quality matters for achieving equality and equity. So friends, let us proceed to discuss about these three concepts. First we will discuss about equality. You see, equality in education refers to a state of condition in education in which all individuals or stakeholders of the education are given same kind of opportunity or treatment in the education regardless of the differences among them. So what I am saying here, you see, we use the term equality in education. It means to provide equal opportunity to all, equal opportunity to all, irrespective of the caste, creed, sex, gender, region. Okay, so we will give educational opportunity to all. You see, in today's concept, in today's context, we can say that all our school, our entire school system is an inclusive system. Okay, means in the school, anyone can take admission, and the instruction and other facilities and other provisions which will be given to the students will be equal. Okay, means both the boys and girls will get equal treatment, equal instruction, and the students coming from different background, okay, from different socio-economic background, from different language background, from different family background. Okay, you will find that many group of students, they are coming from a diverse socio-economic status and other other status also, so far as diversity is in different nature of concern. It may be language, it may be our economic condition. Okay, it may be parental education. Okay, so we are in our school, they are dealing all group of students, all section of the students equally. Okay, so this is also you can say in our constitution, this is mentioned in our constitution, and this is also our constitution, constitutional obligation, that the state should provide equal educational opportunity to each and every children, to each and every student in the school. Okay, if we'll talk about the Article 45 of our constitution, it says that free and compulsory education of all, that means free and compulsory education of 6 to 14 age group students. So those are in the age group of 6 to 14. So the primary education is compulsory for them. The state will provide primary education to all the students, to all the children, those are in the age group of 6 to 14. So you can say this is a sense of equality. This is a sense of equality which is included in our constitution. Then friends, from the Article 45, in the journey of right to education, to provide education or to make education as a fundamental right, we have presently reached at education as a fundamental right, especially the elementary education. Means it is the duty and it is the responsibility of the state to provide elementary education, to provide compulsory elementary education, that is from class 1 to 6, or the age appropriation will be 6 to 14, to each and every child of the state. And this is the fundamental right, just like other rights this is also a right of the children. So this is as per the Right to Education Act 2009. But here we are talking about equality. If you'll go through the provisions which is made in Article 21A, that is Right to Education Act 2009, you'll find that the things are not included only satisfying the equality, educational equality. Rather, it speaks something more. It speaks about the quality and the equity. So that's why, friends, we will discuss about equality, then quality, equality, then equity and quality, and how these three things, three concepts, three sense which is used in our education, and this is also our constitutional obligation, whether it is interlinked with each other. Achieving one, it depends upon achieving the other. Only achieving equality is not enough. Rather, with equality we should achieve the quality as well as equity. As I have already said that our school are they follow the inclusive system. They provide a similar types of curriculum to all. They provide similar types of techniques, pedagogy, methods, curriculum, transaction, and all school related treatment equally to all. But you see, by providing or by achieving only equality, you can't say that really you are achieving the goal, really you are achieving your objective, your purpose is satisfied. No. So with equality we should talk something more, that is the equity and the quality. So friends, equality says that to provide equal opportunity to all, just like in our inclusive school, all can take in a particular age, irrespective of the caste, creed, sex, gender, reason, one can take admission, and a similar treatment, similar curriculum, similar pedagogy, similar methods, techniques will be implemented to the students. So that talk about the equality which is included in our constitution. But you see, with equality, now we are also talking about equity. Only achieving equality is not enough. If in Right to Education Act, it talks about equality, at the same time it also talks about the equity. Okay, so let us try to understand that what is equity. Friends, you see, equity in education refers to a state or condition in education in which individuals or stakeholders of education are provided opportunity or treatment in education according to their needs, interests, abilities, and capacities or capabilities. So here you see, in equality of education, we said that we will provide equal treatment, we will provide equal provision, we will provide equal facility to the learners. But here in equity, what you are saying that yes, we will provide equal facility, equal treatment, equal provision. At the same time, we will provide this treatment, this provision, these facilities as per the need, interest, abilities, capacities of the learners, of the students. We have to find out that what is the need of the learner, whether the needs are same, whether let you have 40 students in your class, whether the need of all the students are same, the need of first student, the need of second student, the need of third student, all are same. As already I have said that your class is a heterogeneous class, because the students, those are coming to your class, they are from different diverse backgrounds so far as their language is concerned, societal practices is concerned, family background is concerned, education of the family is concerned, economic status is concerned, okay, cultural practices is concerned, okay, and other social status is also concerned, okay, family size is also concerned. So here when we are getting students from different backgrounds, from different diverse areas, diverse backgrounds, then only equality that may not satisfy the purpose, that may not fulfill the purpose. So that's why what you have to do, you have to find out what is the need of the students. The need may be different of the 40 students to whom you are dealing. The need of 10 students may be same, the need of another group, another 10 students may be different. Some may be high achiever students, some may be very low achievers, some may be very poor students, so far as their achievement and other aspect is concerned. So how to deal this? So for dealing such group of students, only equality is not enough. If you implement a curriculum for all, a single methodology for all, a pedagogic process, a similar pedagogic process for all, that may not solve the purpose. So that's why what you have to do, as per their need, as per their interest, so you have to use different methods, you have to use different transaction technologies, transaction strategies, so that you have to lead that students, you have to you can say help that students to reach at a particular point, to reach at, you can say, at least an average standard, average point. So that's why only equality is not enough, rather you have to talk about the equity. So friends, let me to give a very simple and beautiful example that why we talk about the equity. You see, you have given a task of a group of animals for climbing a tree. Okay, a group of animals will climb a tree. This is the task. This is the assignment for them. And in group of animals who are there, let elephant is there, monkey is there, fish is there, dog is there, cow is there. Okay, so cow is there, dog is there, fish is there, elephant is there, and monkey is there. And the task is climbing a tree. So friends, you see whether an elephant can climb a tree, not. A monkey can climb a tree, yes, very efficiently one monkey, very effectively a monkey can climb a tree without 2-3 seconds. Okay, then means the monkey can perform this task very well, whereas the elephant cannot perform well to this task. Whether a fish can climb a tree, no, a fish can't. Whether a dog can climb a tree, a dog can try, but dog cannot climb a big tree. Whether a cow can climb a tree, no. So here you see the task is same for group of animals. So group of animals, they have their different need, they have their different you can say abilities, different capacities. So how you can provide a similar task to all the animals? So that's why equality says that yes, the task will be same, the equal opportunity, and you can say the equal facility you are giving, the equal assignment you are giving, you are treating all the animals equal. So that's why you are giving a task that is climbing a tree to all types of animals, but so far as the abilities and capacities of the animals are different. So here equity says that no, the task for monkeys will be different, the task for elephant will be different, the task for fish will different. Okay, fish can you can the activities of the fish is different, the activities of dog is different, the activities of cow is different. Okay, you cannot give a similar task or similar assignment to all types of animals. So accordingly, so when we talk about equity, so what we should do, we should give the assignment, give the treatment to the students as per their need, as per their interest, as per their abilities, as per their capacities, that what are the things they can do, whether they are like others, whether they are like whether they are getting facilities like others so far as the school is concerned. You know, you will find that all students are not getting equal facilities so far as their home facilities is concerned, so far as their infrastructure and other aspect is concerned. And at the same time, you can't say that the ability of the students are same. So that's why, so here there is the requirement, there is the need, there is the necessity that you have to customize. You have to customize your approach, your method, your technique, okay, your strategies. So you can change your strategies for a group of students. Okay, so you have to explore that what is their abilities and what they really require. So friends, when we talk about the RT Act, Right to Education Act 2009, which is included in our constitution as a fundamental right in Article 21A. So here you will find that equality, the provisions of equality of education is given. At the same time, this has talked about how to achieve the equity, okay, how to design the teaching learning process, how to provide quality education to the elementary students, okay, starting from the teachers recruitment, touching it also talks about the pedagogy, talks about the curriculum. Okay, so everything means when we provide quality education and customized it so far as the need and abilities differently able children and other aspects of students diversities are concerned, then we can say that we are providing equality, or we are taking care of equality. At the same time, we are providing instruction, we are providing education by developing, by practicing the sense of equity also. So friends, this is the concept of equity. Then now let us try to differentiate these two concepts by stating few examples, few points. So first we can say that equality says equal provision to all. We have to provide equal provision to all. Definitely I am not saying no. You provide equal provision to all, that is equality. But at the same time you have to find out that who are the students after getting the equal opportunity, still they are not reaching at a mastery level, still they are not getting or improving themselves. So you have to find out them. But we says equity means when the provision are given as per the abilities, needs and interest of the students, as I have already said. Then we can say in equality, providing same amount of stipend. We can give one example of the school or our education system that provides certain stipend, certain scholarship to the students. So when we are giving stipend to every student in a school, okay, we can say that equality. But when we provide stipends as per the need and requirement and abilities of the students, we can say that is the equity. Okay. So whether there is the need of stipend or not, whether let a student stood first in a class, okay, earned a very good grade or scored a very good percentage. So you see the stipend, the much of stipend that that student is getting, the same stipend is also given to another student. So you have to see whether there is the need of getting the stipend or not. Then after, whether they have the ability to get stipend or not. So here when we have to analyze this issue and accordingly we will provide the provision, then we can say we are reaching or we are touching, we are talking about the equity, the sense of equity. Then again we can say so far as the curriculum is concerned, we have the issue, we have a debate of uniform curriculum and locally designed curriculum. Okay. So you see the National Curriculum Framework 2005, or as per the NCERT 2005, when we design, the NCERT has designed its curriculum, school curriculum, that is based upon the NCERT 2005, National Curriculum Framework 2005. We can say this is a type of uniform curriculum. That curriculum is for all. That curriculum is for countrywide students across the country. But it may be example of equality, that curriculum is for all. But when we customize the curriculum so far as the needs, requirement, abilities of the students of different state is concerned, okay, or region is concerned, then we can say that is equity. Just like the state of Kerala, just like the state of Tamil Nadu, state of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, the state of West Bengal, the state of Maharashtra, the state of Manipur, means all the northeast states, the state of Assam, you will find that the need of the students of Assam is something different. Only a uniform curriculum may not applicable, or may not satisfy their purpose, they may not achieve what they really want by using a uniform curriculum. So what you can do? So we have to change, we have to give we have to bring certain changes in the uniform curriculum. We can include certain themes, certain topics, certain content, so far as the region is concerned, so far as the state practices is concerned. So that's why if we do that, then we can say that we are implementing, we are putting equity in it. With equality, we are also talking about the equity. So that's why a uniform curriculum is spreading a sense of equality, whereas a state board curriculum or a regional curriculum, school curriculum, that talks about the equity, achieving the equity. Then same thing we can say that when you are teaching the students, when you are giving a similar treatment, similar method, we can say that that is equality in the inclusive education system. But by identifying the students about their abilities and about their you can say need, and from the society, from the family, from the background, from and the diverse backgrounds from where they belong. So considering all these things, when we provide treatment to them, deal to them, then we can say that we are just working for equity. So friends, this is the concept of quality, equity and equality in the school education system, in the school system. So our effort not only to achieve the equality, rather to achieve the equity. Then further, you see, when we talk about equity, it also deals the quality. Without quality, we cannot talk about equality or equity. So that's why I try to understand what is quality. So friends, when we talk about, in a very general concept, when we talk about quality, means we can say it is very difficult to explain quality, but we can say it refers to how far the features and characteristics of something meet the demands of its stakeholders. In the education system, the teacher, students, or the main stakeholder or the main beneficiary are the students. So whether we are satisfying the need of the students, whether we are satisfying the requirements of the students, whether we provide education, whether we provide the facilities as per the need of the students. So if their objectives, their needs, their aims are satisfied, their purpose is satisfied, then we can say that yes, we are providing quality education. And further, we can say when we talk about the quality, it means there will be certain terms of worth of value of something. We are just talking the worth of value of something. And further, you can say an educational system is called more qualitative when it offers better education in terms of physical infrastructure, teaching learning process, curriculum, assessment, learning outcomes, etc. So friends, quality education means the quality infrastructure that we are providing to the students, the quality teaching learning process that we adopt, the quality teachers, appointment of educated, professionally educated quality teachers, then the curriculum that we are providing, whether the curriculum has developed as per the need, interest and abilities of the learners, whether the assessment strategies that we have adopted, whether it is transparent or not, and whether the instructional process gives space to the students, their experience and their prior engagement in the teaching and learning process or not. At the same time, the outcomes, the learning outcomes, what you are getting from the instructional system. So if we deal all such things, then we can say that we are providing quality education. So friends, for achieving equality and for achieving equity, definitely we should talk about quality. So the quality parameters should not be neglected. Whatever instruction, whatever learning the students, instruction we are giving, whatever learning the students are acquiring, so they should get it in a qualitative term. Means whatever facilities we are providing, we should examine it, we should observe it, that whether we are really we are doing for the qualitative development of our children or not. So that we have to maintain. So friends, there is the difference of equality and equity so far as their purpose is concerned, so far as satisfaction of the learners are concerned. So as a student, as a researcher, as a practitioner of education, you should better understand that what is quality, what is equality and what is equity. And as a teacher, you should practice the sense of not only equality, rather equity in the teaching learning process in the school, in the school system. So friends, in our next program we will discuss other aspect of education and educational research. Thank you.